ever Bowl Mania episode with College Pick'em with Wes and John. I'm Wes Pruitt. John Sturban's down there. I feel like I'm on the freaking Brady Bunch. John Sturban's down there. Kristen Johnston's over there. We got Brandon Bumgardner on the show tonight. We got Ryan Ladley. We got Aaron Smith. Man, this is awesome. Guys, I said it earlier on the show. I'll say it again. I'm so glad to have bowl season in college football this year.
Wonderful time of the year.
After everything that we've been through with just everything going on, it's here. There's teams that's got 3 wins that are in bowls. I mean, it's 2020. What else can you say?
Oh yeah.
I just want to kind of go around the room real quick. This is so awesome. We got 6 guys. This just excites me so much. I'm just going to go around the room real quick. I want everybody to give me their most surprising thing from the 2020 college football season. Brandon, we'll start with you.
Well, the fact that we're
sorry. By the way, also, can you also introduce yourself for everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Brandon Bumgarner. I'm born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Most people know me as a huge Tiger fan. Just basically anything Memphis fan, honestly. See my Grizzly stuff behind me. But my biggest surprise is we made it. We made it through. We're there at bowl season, and we got some great matchups this year, and I'm really excited to square them off tomorrow. So.
Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, man. The biggest surprise, I'm going to go with the obvious one, is that we have football. I mean, I honestly was not expecting us to have a season. You can ask Aaron. I mean, for months, me and him were like, man, are we going to have a season and all that? Because we used to live together here. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Arkansas got a bowl with 3 wins, like I said, 2020 is just a crazy year, and we better enjoy it, and hopefully, it's a good bowl season.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Eric.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So, for me, oh my goodness. So the fact that we're having a season, yes, but also LSU beating Florida.
Yeah,
I did not see that coming, and then all of a sudden LSU coming back to only losing Alabama by how much? 7 points?
Florida, that was a good game.
My bad, Florida. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, that SEC championship surprised the heck out of me, because I for sure thought like Alabama was just going to kick some butt there, like end of story. And then the fact, like what y'all said, the fact that we're all here, that is perfect. Yeah. And also LSU, like they're about to get slammed with some sanctions, and they're still winning football games at the end of the season. Like, it's crazy, like.
Yeah. And also, we complain a lot about the selection committee and all that, but hey, it's one of those years where I'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
If we've got as long as we have a playoff, I'm good with that.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go with John time.
No, I'll go with a lot of coaches getting fired during the middle of the year or toward the end of the season, just because it's a COVID year. And for example, I'm still going to throw up. Still bring up Tennessee.
You're going to throw up, John? Don't throw up.
I'm still going to bring up Tennessee firing their defensive line coach 4 games in under.
Now Tennessee apparently has got some stuff going on there.
Yeah, how did they have sanctions going on? They weren't even good.
Yeah. They can't even cheat right.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just talking about like all these coaching, like for example, Kevin Sumlin, for example. I'm just kind of surprised about that one still in a way. Yeah. But I'm surprised. What else we got fired? I mean, Utah State coach deserved to be fired because the way they were playing the first 3 ball games. I guess I'm still kind of surprised.
I like their new hire though.
Yeah, I'm still kind of
Like,
surprised.
nice, huh?
Run, Baker, run!
He's watching
Sorry.
the Browns.
Okay, all right. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really, that scared me, Brandon. I'll be honest.
I was
didn't
kind
know
of
what
shocked
was
that
happening.
Malzahn got fired. I honestly didn't think he would.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these coaching changes that happened in the middle of the year and toward the end of the year with all the firings and everything. That's what I'm surprised about the most.
Go ahead, Ron.
Well, you know, everybody's already said it, so I'm not going to touch on that one. But honestly, for me, I was surprised, maybe not so caught off guard, but just like that Cincinnati went undefeated. Like I knew they were going to be a pretty good team, but the fact that they stayed through and stayed undefeated and pretty soundly for the most part. You know, last night? Yeah, really weird conditions and stuff, and still pulling through. Obviously wasn't going to get much love. You know, you win a conference championship, you go backwards in the rankings. That makes sense, right? Anyway, but just the fact that Cincinnati, you know, how good they were and they were able to keep it up in a year like this, I'm with it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would have to say my most surprising thing, and John and I talked about on our preseason show, which is really surprising that we're here now. It's really awesome. But you know, I talked about how good of a hire I thought Sam Pittman was at the University of Arkansas.
Sure.
But now, fast forwarding through the end of the season and just seeing how it's all played out, I'm really surprised at how quick he got that football program turned around in the right direction. You know, looking at Kendall Briles as the offensive coordinator, looking at Barry Odom, who, as we well know, is a very good defensive coordinator. We've all talked about that on this show before. I think Sam Pittman is probably the biggest surprise to me of the 2020 season. And I think he deserves National Coach of the Year. I don't get it, but I think he deserves it.
Yeah, with players that aren't even his. I mean, it's just crazy.
I mean, Jeremy Pruitt can't even win with players that are his.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I don't get it. I mean, they just seem to be going backwards.
Neither can Edo, but anyway.
And Fulmer just pretty much said he's staying today.
Who, Fulmer's staying? That's good.
No, well, Pruitt.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. All right. All right. Do y'all want to get into this bowl mania that starts tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow! It starts tomorrow night. All right.
That's
So
Crazy.
just for everybody watching, these picks are for entertainment purposes only. We're not, that I know of, putting any money down on them. Just want to clarify that.
I mean, maybe not right now.
I'm
Maybe
not
right now.
anyway. Let me just clarify that.
See what
I'm
kind of
not.
FanDuel's got for me.
Didn't say anybody of the other six.
Oh man.
So
Hey, Wes, you did with the Tennessee, buddy.
it's all good. All right.
John's gambling on the games.
Yeah,
Oh
John.
my gosh.
All right. Up first, we've got the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That'd be a nice little travel. North Texas is a home team. Don't know how the crap that happened with a 4-5 record. But
It's a coin
State,
toss.
2020, dog. 2020.
Appalachian State is a 21-point favorite. And I mean, I know we're picking straight up, but I'm still going to say the point spread.
Yeah.
Give me Appalachian State. Texas, ain't no way North Texas is going to beat them. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, App State sitting at 8-3. I just feel like they've kind of solidified themselves as actually a good program. They used to kind of be not such of a good team, but now, the past 2 or 3 years they've fought hard. They almost beat Penn State, I think, last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year sitting at 8-3. Yeah, they'll beat North Texas. 21 points though is a lot. But you said we're not picking the spread, so yeah, I got
we're just going straight up.
App State.
All right, Brandon.
We're going to go with App State because they're going to destroy a losing team that shouldn't be in a bowl.
All right. True. Good point. All right, go ahead, Aaron.
I don't think
Aaron, go, Aaron,
Oh
go ahead.
yeah. So
That's your name.
Yes.
Past your bedtime.
My bad.
That's you, yes.
I got Appalachian State, but also I want to throw in like I'm impressed on how the Sun Belt is doing because like if you think about it, in the beginning of the season, Louisiana did they beat Iowa State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who else? Like Arkansas State beat
Kansas State.
Yeah.
So
Who
like the
beat
Sun Belt
Oklahoma?
is doing pretty good,
Yeah.
and just think about it. Like this Appalachian State team is good. Like
Yeah, they are.
and they didn't even make it to like the shared conference championship or whatever they did. So, but I feel like they're going to kill this game. Yeah, they're just going to destroy it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Appalachian State because North Texas defense has been struggling all year long.
Ryan?
Man, like you said, App State obviously is who I'm going to take. Big winner in the football game, but I think the real winner is, there ain't too much to do in North Texas and Appalachian State. They have the mountains, so the fact that North Texas gets a little money for their school, they get to go to the beach, for a little bit before Christmas. They're the real winners here. But the football game is gonna be App State big for sure.
Real quick, Aaron, me and you have bad memories about North Texas. Just saying.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We were at the
Are you talking about where?
Arkansas.
Are you talking about where he
were at
went like
that
this?
game. That was
Yeah.
bad.
When I was at the game and I was like, he didn't call fair catch.
No.
And he started
No, he
taking
did not.
off.
Yeah, that was when you knew Chad Morris just needed to go.
That was funny.
There.
One of my favorite memories is against
He
North
even
Texas.
tanked Auburn. That's my opinion. He tanked Auburn.
Yeah.
They have. Up next, we've got Tuesday night. I'm sorry, not Tuesday night. Tuesday afternoon, ESPN. What I think is going to be a great game. Not probably the next best destination. It's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Those famous Idaho potatoes.
Oh, the blue turf.
Potatoes.
Blue turf.
Yeah. It's the Smurf Turf Bowl. Got the Tulane Green Wave at 6-5, and you've got the Nevada Wolfpack at 6-2. This is going to be a very good game, I think. Tuesday.
I think so.
Yes.
May have to pull this one up on the old computer. Let's see. Ooh, give me Tulane to get the win in this game. I'll go with American Athletic Conference in this one. Give me Tulane to get the win Tuesday afternoon. Ryan, who you got, man?
No, yeah. I'm definitely riding with the Wave on this one.
I see what you did there. Nice.
And they've proven, that they can get some pretty good talent. They've stealed a couple 4-stars last few years, but I don't think they are ready for that jump yet. But they are a solid football program year in, year out, and they kick the crap out of us. So but
I was there.
Don, what you got, man?
Will Hall's not coaching this game either, so that's an interesting fact going into this as well.
True. Okay.
But I got Nevada just because I think they don't have to travel as far.
Is Chip Long coaching this game?
I doubt it.
I don't have a solid confirmation, yes or no, one way or another, Brandon, but I can probably search and get it for you. All right.
Very rare if he would that coaches take over.
It's very, very, very rare. Yeah. Now I did notice that Bielema was at the game last night with Penn State, and
Yeah, they said before Sunday Night Football he wasn't coaching for the Giants tonight.
Yeah. Aaron, who you got, man?
Yes. I'm feeling Tulane. I have intense respect for the American Conference. I personally think Cincinnati and UCF should have had the opportunity to get into the playoff, but I got Tulane. Like I just feel like the American Conference has proven themselves more even than the Pac-12.
Man, I like this guy. We need to keep this guy on the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I got Tulane. I feel like they're going to handle the game pretty well.
Hey, Christian.
Yeah, Nevada hasn't really been relevant since Kaepernick. And Tulane with a big win against Memphis this year. That's kind of what I'm going by. And if that's any indication, Tulane should win this game. I I don't know by how much, but I just think they'll win this game. I just do.
Mhm.
They better hold the lead.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, who you got, man?
I'm going with the team that has a player with the best name in college football and Fat Watts. So
Fat
I'm going
what?
with Tulane.
I gotta look this dude up.
Say his name again, bro.
Yes,
Fat Watts.
There he is.
Pat Watts.
PHAT.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. I was like, what?
That is beautiful. The man's name is Fat Watts. I love it.
Fat Watts. And his
Awesome.
brother is also a receiver. I believe it's his brother.
that can be miscued as something, but
It really could. It really could. But we're not going to go
Well,
there.
what a name.
Yeah,
I'm
what a
sorry.
name for real. Speaking of the American Athletic Conference, up next we've got what I think is going to be a really good matchup as well. Central Florida coming in at 6-3. This game's also on ESPN, 6 p.m. Tuesday night. It is the Boca Raton Bowl down there in Florida. Taking on number 16 BYU Cougars. Coming in at 10-1. Let's go with Brandon. Who you got on this one first, man?
it's like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I don't like
stay-
their team, just because UCF's a rival and the whole Miami Beach Bowl situation against Memphis in 2014. But, man, Zach Wilson, he's one hell of a quarterback. That's not taking anything away from Dylan Gabriel, but I'm riding with BYU in this game. I think their offensive firepower matches UCF. And they just have some grown men on defense. I mean, all these guys are 28
Well,
years
yeah,
old.
they're 25-year-old freshmen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with BYU.
All right. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead and just give your pick next.
No, basically with the same reasons he was saying. Like, I think offensively, like UCF might be a little faster, honestly, than BYU. But Zach Wilson, dude can drop a dime in a bucket, dude. Like, he is so good. But like he was saying, like, I don't think UCF's defense can handle like the just power that BYU has along with that speed. I'm not taking, like Bum said, not really a fan of either team, but and I'm not saying UCF's going to lose because I don't like them, but I do think BYU is feeling like they have a little something else to prove, especially after losing to Coastal, and they're trying to say like, hey, we could have been here. So I'm gonna go with BYU.
And that was a great game on a daggum Tinder date. Damn, that was a good game. All right. Aaron, go ahead. What you got next, man?
All right, man. So I really, really want to pick BYU just because they're ranked and they're one loss, but they struggled towards the end of the game against Coastal Carolina. Now I'm going to give Coastal Carolina props. They're a good team. They dominated that game, but UCF is just used to this bigger stage. They're used to this. I'm taking this year with a grain of salt. Like, this year is different because keep in mind, yes, Arkansas has 3 wins, but if it was a regular 12-game season with your weak conference or non-conference play, Arkansas is looking at 5, maybe 6 wins. So I'm feeling like I got UCF. I had to pick UCF just because I feel like they'll come ready. They're home in Florida. It'll I got UCF.
That is a long way to travel for BYU. I mean, obviously they're used to it. I mean, they're out there and out there.
Out there.
Yeah, out there. But man, I tell you what, everybody said it already. Zach Wilson, that sucker is good, man.
Oh yes.
He's a grown man. I mean, he's gonna go wherever he goes for 4 years and come back and probably play 2 more years of college football or something. But I'm not sold on Josh Heupel as a head football coach. I just don't. I'm not sold on him. I don't think he makes the proper adjustments, both in game, both at halftime. I'm just not sold on it. Give me BYU in this game, and I think BYU will win this game by 14 to 21 points.
So I don't mean to interrupt. I agree with that Heupel statement. So watching him play with Scott Frost's guys, his first year as the head coach, they went to the Fiesta Bowl, lost to LSU.
Yeah.
they've progressively gotten worse with him
Yes.
as a head coach,
Yes.
and he doesn't make adjustments. He just rolls his offense out there and tries to score as many points as he can, which
Fast as you
honestly, in
can.
this age of college football, that's the way it's going to go. But like I said, he's progressively gotten worse year after
Mhm.
year.
For sure.
They're not progressing at all; they're regressing. So, yeah, that was my take on Heupel.
No, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
I think I get UCF. No, I'm kidding. I get BYU.
Christian?
yeah, like BYU, they're kind of trending upward, and UCF they're 6-3, but it just feels like they're just kind of at a stalemate this year, and I just feel like BYU they're going to play better defense than UCF, and UCF can score points. That's proven that they can, but BYU can also play defense. So I think the defense of BYU is going to control the tempo of this game. And I just think UCF's defense will wear down eventually. Zach Wilson will start finding his groove, and BYU is going to pull this one out.
Christian, when you said that about the record in UCF with how they have been lately and how they still have had a good year, reminds me of when South Panola was that powerhouse. Like, oh, South Panola sucks this year. They're 10-2. Ha!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And MUS beats them.
Yeah, and now they're nowhere near what they were.
Yeah.
I was just, we heard how great UCF was, the
Right.
national champions, and when they weren't undefeated, and
Champions alive.
yeah, and it's just they kind of take a step back this year, but I guess a lot of teams have.
No, I totally agree with you. I was saying it's kind of weird how like recency bias can kind of get us sometimes. And then it's like, oh, they're 6-3, they're terrible, even though that's still a good year, all things considered.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
Now, here's an interesting fact from UCF. Randy Shannon could be fired as the defense coordinator after this game.
Randy Shannon?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Randy Shannon's their defense coordinator.
I didn't know that.
About that guy. Up next, we've got this is a Wednesday afternoon game on ESPN, 2 p.m. It's the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Louisiana Tech and Georgia Southern. This may be a pretty interesting game. Georgia Southern comes in as a 6-point favorite. Not that it really matters. Give me Louisiana Tech in this game. I think they'll pull the upset and get the win in this one. John, who you got in this one, man?
I like Coach Holtz a little bit better than the Georgia Southern coach. And I think La Tech's at home in Louisiana. And I think La Tech is definitely going to basically get the running game a little bit better this game as well.
Aaron, who you got, man?
Yeah, I got Louisiana Tech too. They just have a good past, and it's hard to not go against them when they're home in Louisiana. So I have to get Louisiana Tech here.
All right, Christian, who you got?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know too much about Georgia Southern, but I like Louisiana Tech. They're actually not too far from you, Wes, and they're in CrossFit. They're a solid program. I know they've given Arkansas fits in the past in football, and I just feel like, and they beat Miami last year, I think, in their bowl game and shut them out. So Louisiana Tech can definitely play some good football, and I just feel like they're gonna get the win here. And it's surprising that they're not favored, but.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, so I got a buddy who plays offensive line over at Georgia Southern, Kalen Williams, but I can't go with them. I gotta go with La Tech. Give me the fighting Phil Robinsons and blonde bomber Prairie Bradshaws. La Tech.
Hey, Brandon, who you got, man?
Well, all of you took Louisiana Tech, so I'm gonna go with Louisiana Tech.
Thought you had the focus on it.
No. Georgia Southern uses the same hashtag as the University of Memphis, so I don't like them.
You do?
What hashtag is that?
Hashtag GTG. I don't know why they use it. They use it. And,
they're like Eagles or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they use it.
Go to Georgia. I don't know.
I don't like them for it, so.
I'm going to be wrecking my brain the rest of the show trying to figure out what the crap that will mean.
Get that Gale.
Speaking of the Memphis Tigers. They play Wednesday night, for all of y'all that don't realize that. But Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, Montgomery, Alabama is where it'll take place. Don't know how far that is from Forrest Gump's Greenbow, Alabama. But anyway, actually that's a fictitious town. But Florida Atlantic comes in at 5-3. Memphis comes in at 7-3. Going to be a big game for Ryan Silverfield. If you look at the season that he has had, he has done things that no other Memphis football coach has done. If he gets a big bowl win in his first season, he will do something that I don't believe any other Memphis coach has done in history. I could be wrong on that. But that being said, we've played Florida Atlantic before in a bowl game.
Don't remind me.
Down in Boca Raton. Not trying to bring up any sour taste in our mouth.
I thought we played them in
Boca,
New Orleans.
No, we played them in New Orleans, Wes.
And Boca was Western Kentucky.
Yeah, that was Western Kentucky. But all that being said, give me Memphis to win this game by 14 points at least. Brandon, who you got, man?
Give me that tiger head.
All right, Lee Corso.
Yeah, I know.
Lock of the year.
Holy Corso.
Lock of the year.
Lock of the year. He's screaming it again.
Yo, that's awesome.
Oh man. All right. So Ryan, who you got? We all know who Brandon has. That's
Man, first of all, I've been trying to figure out
we
why
can just pass
Georgia
that
Southern
head
has
around
so
the
many
room. That would be
hashtags.
great.
They have so many hashtags, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, but there's nobody that responds to anything, so I don't know what it stands for. So I can't figure that out. But
That's awesome.
Just like I said, that North Texas might lose to Appalachian State, but they get some beach time or whatever. Man, I think the Tigers will win this game. I think it's gonna be by 14 plus, but the real winner is gonna be me because I'm gonna get Whataburger like 4 times. So I'm with it.
You're going?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Y'all are some true fans, guys.
Got you, dog.
Oh yeah. All right, Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah. If Lane Kiffin was there, I might pick Florida Atlantic, but still there.
He's not there.
Yeah, I know. If he was,
Okay.
They're the fighting Willie Taggart.
Yeah, it's Willie Taggart now.
Yeah, I just like Memphis in this game. It's awesome that they get to go to Florida Atlantic, that's as a college athlete, you love to go to travel and go see different, places and atmospheres and that type of thing. And so do the fans. So, I was kind of hoping Memphis was going to draw a bigger school, like a, bigger opponent, but you'll take what you can get this year. And, but yeah, I think Memphis wins easily.
All right, go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah. I got Memphis here. Memphis has proven themselves over the years, and even I don't know who said this, but their coach has done an incredible job this year. Like just starting out. So I feel like the future is great for Memphis. Like what Kristen said, if Lane Kiffin was at FAU, that would be a different story, but he's not.
Yeah.
So I got Memphis. So, I feel like they're going to kill this game. Like they're going to win pretty good.
All right, go ahead, John.
Hang on.
What do you mean, hang on?
What is he doing?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Put your clothes on.
Oh,
John.
wow, he's got a hat. Tiger hat.
Oh my gosh.
Go
Who's
Tigers.
better?
That is
Is that an LSU Tiger hat?
I think that was a Walmart Tiger.
Oh my goodness.
Walmart Tiger. I said he got the Walmart Tiger. All right, so everybody took Memphis. All right, great. All right, so Christmas Eve got a 2:30 kickoff game. The New Mexico Bowl. Hawaii is taking on the Houston Cougars. Hawaii is 4-4. Houston is 3-4. This is a tough one here. Give me Hawaii to get the win in this game. Houston's 13-point favorite. Doesn't matter to me. Give me.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
Doesn't matter to me.
Crazy. Yes. Dude, that's why I'm doing straight up because these lines are way off.
We'll put
They'll
some money
probably
on that real
change.
quick.
They'll probably change.
Brandon, who you got in this one, man?
What was the game? I wasn't listening. I was watching the NFL.
That's
Hawaii
awful.
versus Houston.
Hawaii and Houston.
Houston by 40.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
God.
Christian, who do you got?
Yeah, I think Houston's going to win handily, but not by 40. They'll win. They'll probably win by at least 20. You know, they lost that good quarterback. I can't think of his name.
De'Aaron King.
De'Aaron King. He transferred to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he was there, this would be an even bigger blowout. But I just think Houston's going to take care of business. You know, typically not a great season for Houston, but, you know, they're in a bowl. And Hawaii, I think they'll score points, but it won't be enough.
All I know is if freaking Houston gets up by like 30, I'm gonna start getting messages from Brandon going, "Told you." I'm telling you, I know it's coming. All right, John, who you got in this one, man?
You know, I'm gonna go with Houston by 14.
Aaron, who you got?
I just think Hawaii's been traveling a little bit too much this year, to be honest with you.
Oh, they do it every year. I mean,
But it's different. It's different this year.
It's like they're like, oh yeah,
It's different this year. You gotta get COVID tested the day before and everything.
that's true. That's true.
You
COVID
also
test
have
ain't
to
that bad.
consider the fact that Hawaii is used to traveling, period. And
John said
Houston,
they got to travel this year. Like they don't travel every year. Go ahead.
It's a little bit farther away this year than it usually is. It's 2020.
but they're used to it. They're used to it. But
Hang on a second. Hey, did y'all ever hear the report about them not playing Aloha Stadium possibly anymore?
Yes, they are. They are
Yeah.
down Aloha Stadium. Yeah.
Why? I saw that too.
I don't know.
That stadium is old.
It is really
Yeah.
old.
They do have a good flea market
Okay,
every
we'll
year.
build another one before you. I don't know.
They do got a good flea market.
It's not the Colt Brennan days anymore. They're drawing more people. They could probably play at a high school stadium.
If I'm in Hawaii, I'm not going to a football game.
Maybe a boat on the water.
Well,
Kind of like
well,
the basketball games on the naval carry, you know, the ships. You have a football
Yeah.
game on a
harbor.
boat.
Yeah, if I'm in Hawaii, I'm not watching them.
Go ahead, Aaron.
So I'm just going to be honest. So now, what's Houston's coach name again? What's his name?
the visor guy.
Dana Holgerson.
Yes. So he leaves West Virginia and does a pretty good job there. And then I mean, next year he may prove me wrong, but he has not impressed me at all.
No.
Like Houston is trash when he went there, like in my opinion. So I got Hawaii because in the past couple of years, Hawaii's impressed me a little bit with their offense and
Yeah.
their explosive power. So I got Hawaii. It may be only 7 points, but I feel like Hawaii is going to win this game.
All right.
I like it.
Chris. Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard that line you were saying with Houston that big. I don't know. I just feel Houston has been in disarray from like the start of the season. Like they just ain't clicking right. They're not the Houston that, you know, of old or of even recent, you know, besides the last, 2 years or so. But like, I don't know. I don't see, like, I don't know. Houston, like I said, they felt like a mess this year. And they're what, 3-4, right? Or they're 4-3?
Well, they had a lot of cancellations, but
3 and 4.
Houston's 3 and 4. Yeah, they had a total of 8 games canceled this year, which is crazy to me.
Well, hey, you still got to win the ones you played, though. And they won
It's
3
very
of
true.
those.
Very
So
true.
I'm going to say they've been in a big disarray. And it's I don't know how close those losses were. I don't know how big those wins were because I, frankly, haven't really kept up with Houston besides when we played them this year because it's been crazy. But give me Hawaii. Give me the Rainbow Warriors. Not by much,
Right.
though. Maybe 5.
Yes.
Don't target them.
Up next, we've got another game in Montgomery, Alabama. It is the
Syphilis. Bowl.
Camellia Bowl.
Oh, chlamydia.
Yeah, that.
What?
Yeah. Up there. Yeah, where are we at? All right, Marshall is 7-2. Has really struggled down the stretch, to say the least. Going up against Buffalo in a very high-powered rushing attack, as we found out this season. Buffalo's a 3-point favorite. Give me Buffalo to keep running the ball very, very strongly. I think Marshall I think the wheels kind of fell off at the end of the year for Doc Holliday and those guys. But give me Buffalo to get the win. Brandon, who you got, man?
I'm going Buffalo, and the running back's going to have 8 bajillion yards.
Probably so.
Can you write that number in a sentence, please?
Exactly. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah. So I watched Marshall for a couple games early in the season because they started earlier than some of the teams, and that the true freshman quarterback looked good. But like you said, lately they have been trending downwards. And late in the season, if you have a good passing game, that always doesn't translate to a good running game. But if you have a good running game, that opens up your passing game. So give me Buffalo, and you definitely want to take that +3 or that whatever the spread was -3 because they're going to be up by 20, maybe.
Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with Marshall towards the end of the year because I had them in some of my games. I picked them to win, but man, getting shut out by Rice.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Didn't even score against Rice, and then stunk it up offensively against UAB. It's hard for me to pick them right now, and I have no confidence that they'll beat Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo.
All right, Aaron, who you got, man?
Yeah, so I have to go Buffalo because even though both of these teams lost their conference championship, I still feel like Ball State's better than both of these teams, and I feel like Buffalo is I feel like they're a really good team, and they've been the past couple of years, and like the whole shutout against Rice, like
yeah,
I missed that thing. Like what's going on there? Yeah,
that's terrible.
So yeah, I got
like getting beat by the Jets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got Buffalo's running game. Buffalo's running game's going to win this.
I agree.
All right, go ahead, John. Who you got, man?
Buffalo, clean sweep. You already said all the running. Yeah, basically, long story short, too many running backs that are good.
You control the line of scrimmage. You control the game.
Yep. Next, we are now on to Saturday, December 26th games. I think it's going to be one of the best bowl games the whole bowl season, and that's Liberty taking on Coastal Carolina. We finally get it. This is the game that game day was going to be at when BYU came on a tender date across country to hang out with Coastal for a little bit, and they got beat. Coastal, I mean, this is just a Cinderella story of all Cinderella stories for me in the college football possible history, honestly. God, this is a tough game to pick, man. I think this is going to be a great game. This is a literal pick 'em, I think. But all that being said, give me Coastal to get the win, but I think it's going to be very, very, very close. Brandon, who you got in this one, man? I know you're definitely looking forward to this one.
So a lot of people don't like Hugh Freeze. I don't like him as a person. Love him as a football coach. Great football coach. But I'm going with the Mullets, man. That linebacker crew for Coastal is bad, and I think that defense is great. They're a lot of fun to watch. They have a really pretty football field at home as well. That teal color just pops on a football field. That has nothing to do with this, but I thought I'd throw it out there. It's going to be a very close game, but I'm going Coastal.
All right, Brandon, Ryan, who you got, man?
So, I do think that the first quarter will be a slugfest, but after they start feeling them out a little bit, I am going with Coastal. And also, with about 5-6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they announced Hugh Freeze's gonzo.
To Auburn.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, to Auburn.
Oh. All right. Aaron, who you got, man?
All right. So the Coastal Carolina coach. So my buddy played for Charleston Southern, and he was the head coach there when he was playing. And this was about 3 years ago because I think this coach been there about 3 years, and he was incredible. But it's also hard to pick against Hugh Freeze because come on, the guy, like, he may have cheated his ass off, but the guy, sorry for cussing, but
You're good.
but the
You're
guy,
good, man. You're good.
the guy beat Alabama.
Yeah,
Twice.
Consistently.
The guy
He also
yeah.
looked for houses with the red light on too. But go ahead.
Yes. He because we also talked about earlier, you can cheat the right way or you can cheat the wrong way. Ole Miss, Hugh
He
Freeze
cheated every way.
is a good example of cheating successfully, I guess. You beat all these good teams, and then Tennessee is cheating over here, and they're
It's
not
not
that successful, right? But my point is this is tough, but oh man, I have to go Coastal Carolina. That coach over there, I mean, my buddy can vouch for him. Like, he is incredible mind. Like, that guy will get him ready because I even think BYU is a great team. And this Sun Belt team is ranked what, 12? And he beat them. So I gotta pick him.
Yeah.
And on a short time too. So like you were saying, have them ready. That game, like on like a week's notice, had them ready, and they beat BYU and screwed their season. So yeah.
And didn't you say you didn't think they were even going to get a bowl, Liberty?
Yeah. So I got this like little notification about like how Liberty might not be in a bowl just because there's no tie-ins. Like they're in the independent, but they're not like that big name like Notre Dame, so they don't automatically get this and that. So
the Catholics versus the Christians. Haha.
Yeah. So there was
that should be a bowl game right there.
Because I was afraid they were going to be left out, and I'd be like, that would be a huge disservice if they were. I think this game is an incredible game, and I'm excited to watch it.
Kind of like
Most
Army
definitely.
getting.
Well, they ended up canceling that bowl game, but yes, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. John, who you got, man? Are you going to take the Chanticleers?
I'm gonna go with Coastal because I like their 5'9", 290 center.
You're taking. Hold on a second.
Chunk.
You're picking them because you like their 5'9" center.
Yeah, and he weighs 290. I think he's done pretty well for him this year. So.
5'9", 290.
That is
that is a tree stump.
That is a chunk. That's one
all
of
right.
those.
And Coastal was predicted to finish last in the Sun Belt, and they basically did pretty well. So I'm going Coastal.
Jamie Chadwell did an amazing job there. Job of the year, I think. Up next, we've got a team that doesn't deserve it versus a team that I hope beats the crap out of them. And the team that doesn't deserve it will be South Carolina. And the team they're playing is UAB. Give me UAB in this one. I hope UAB just absolutely slaughters South Carolina in this game. Go ahead, Ron.
Yo, I like UAB's coach. He was on the very short list of who I wanted to come to Memphis after Norvell left.
Bill Clark.
Just what he's done with that program since they got the death penalty, like, was it back-to-back USA championships, bowl games all 3 years, something like that. Like, he's done the dang thing. So yeah, give me UAB. I like Bill Clark. What he's doing.
All right, go ahead, John.
Yeah, that's an interesting story, especially when they discontinued football in 2014, and then it came back in 2017. And like y'all said, UAB's won 2 out of the last 3 Conference USA championships. And UAB because they got still their coaching staff, and South Carolina doesn't have their full staff yet. So yeah.
Go ahead, Eric.
All right, man. I got UAB. South Carolina has no business being in the bowl. I don't care if we're in COVID or not. You win only 2 games, you're done. Now, I'm a Hog fan, so 3 is the limit for me, I guess, for COVID.
You're starting to sound like the Big Ten.
I was just about to say that, Wes.
Oh man. But yeah, UAB beat Buffalo. Did an incredible, or Marshall, my bad. Marshall did an incredible job. South Carolina is going to be like, we're in the SEC, this, that, and the other, SEC. And that's, I think, is going to hurt them, and UAB is going to dominate this game.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, I never like to see the SEC lose in bowl games just because, I'm kind of a homer in a way. But South Carolina with them just firing Muschamp, they don't really have an identity as a football team. And like I said, I want South Carolina to win, but I don't think they will. I think it'll be a loss for South Carolina. I could see a low-scoring game possibly, but it's still a bad loss, even if either way you look at it. Even though South Carolina's 2-8, it would still be a bad loss in my eyes. But I think UAB is the better team. So yeah, they're
All
going
right,
to get the win.
who you got, man?
Well, before I make my pick, I just got to point out Colt McCoy looks a lot like Luke Skywalker. Sorry, I'm watching football. I'm go because all of you.
That was random as hell. Go ahead, sorry. You gonna take UAB?
Yeah, I'm picking UAB. No, not UAB.
Oh,
Picking South Carolina because all of you picked UAB.
Whoa.
Which I can see that. I can see you South Carolina winning, but I
can see them either putting their try-hard panties on, or I can see them just not giving a crap and a half.
yeah.
The only way I could see South Carolina winning is if I woke up from that dream, because I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got number 19, Louisiana Raging Cajuns. This is the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Thank you to all the first responders out there. Going against UTSA, coming in at 7-4. Louisiana's 13-point favorite. Think this one's might be a little closer than the experts may think. But give me Louisiana to get the win in the end. John, who you got, man?
I'm going to go with Louisiana as well, although Billy Napier could take that Auburn job because he is interviewing this week.
Okay. Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be, like you said, a little bit closer than they might think. But I do think the Raging Cajuns win this one. Probably by single digits. Might be 9, but that's still single digits. So I'm thinking probably somewhere around the 9-14 range, probably where it's at.
All right, Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, UL Lafayette. Ever since they got that win at the beginning of the year against Iowa State, they've kind of just, shown what they're capable of. And they've turned out to have a really good season. So, and I don't think UTSA really is going to be able to slow them down. And I just think UL Lafayette's going to be too much for them.
Brendan, who you got, man?
If LA Lafayette would have beat Coastal, they would be in a New Year's Six bowl. It wouldn't be Cincinnati right now.
Nope.
It would be UL Lafayette. They'd have 2 highly ranked wins.
And they only lost
if
by 3.
Coastal won the games they were supposed to. But
yeah.
I like Billy Napier. I like that offense. They scored 70 points 2 weeks ago.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
I'm going LA Lafayette. UTSA's got a good program going on. Memphis was supposed to play them this year. I'm kind of glad we didn't because that could have been a trap game.
Yeah.
But they're LA Lafayette's really good, and I'm picking them to win. Not big, but it'll be 10 or 14, somewhere in that range.
Go ahead, Aaron. Who you got, man?
All right, man. I'm just going to say it. So I'm going to go back to, I have intense respect for the Sun Belt this year. I got Louisiana kicking their butts. I don't know much about UTSA, but come on, look at Iowa State, man. That running back they have,
Brees Hall,
goes to Najee Harris Harris or whatever his name is.
That game was also
that dude
really
is a stud, and these guys beat him. I feel like it's just going to be that game's going to be over at halftime, in my opinion. But I agree with y'all. Louisiana Lafayette's going to win.
All right. Up next, we've got the Lending Tree Bowl. Western Kentucky. Man, they'll give anybody a bowl. That's just obvious. It's Western Kentucky and Georgia State. Western Kentucky is 5-6. Georgia State is 5-4. I mean, honestly, I think you could kind of flip a coin and just let it pick. But give me Georgia State to get the win in that one. John, who you got, man?
Hilltoppers.
I
don't know why. I was going different.
All right, Brandon, who you got, man?
I have massive respect for Georgia State for what they did for the world last year. So I'm going Georgia State.
All right, Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, I mean,
He said for the world.
For the world.
I'm sorry. I just clicked that he's put that on the end of that. That's awesome. The world. That is beautiful.
The world.
yeah, I like their coach. He's a real passionate guy, and he, I saw that in that Tennessee game last year. But like I said earlier, I just think Georgia State is the better team. Western Kentucky, though, is another one of those teams where you're going to have to show up because they're known to, they've pulled some upsets in the past. But, man, I like Georgia State, but I don't know if I can pick them. Yeah. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky.
Okay. All right. Brandon, who you got, man? Oh, no, sorry. Aaron, who you got, man?
Yeah, man. So I'm looking at the stats here. I got Western Kentucky just because their quarterback has no interceptions.
Wow.
Zero interceptions.
Sure.
And
Wow.
I feel like Georgia Southern's quarterback has 9. Now, don't
What'd you say, John? What'd you say? Hold on. John's over there chiming in with his little smart comments. What'd you say, John?
What?
What'd you say? John said something. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's the third string quarterback. It doesn't matter. The man's ain't throwing an interception.
Can't throw an interception
That's
from
even
the
more
bench.
impressive.
Yeah.
Messing around.
John's going to throw a little smart ass comment there. He's third string quarterback.
Hey, Wes said it before this even started. Like, it's hard to pick. Like these teams are pretty much equal. Like, if you look at their records and everything. Like, so I'm just trying to find a reason because
You're right, though. I mean,
he has 0 interceptions and this Georgia Southern guy has 9. So who says he's not going to get 2 more in this game and lose the game? So
Yeah.
I got Western Kentucky on this one.
These are all valid points.
they have a quarterback with the last name Ocean.
Ocean.
Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, I was starting to look at this quarterback situation we got here. Yeah, like 9 touchdowns, no picks. I was trying to see if Jonathan was, just really chiming that in. Their backup quarterback has 3. So if this first string guy plays, yeah. Anyway, I'm going with my pick because of one reason, and it's because Dan Ellington is no longer the quarterback at Georgia Southern. So I'm going
Georgia State,
Georgia State, my bad. Is no longer he was never the quarterback of Georgia Southern, but he's no longer the quarterback of Georgia State. So give me Western Kentucky for this one.
All right. Up next, we've got the Cheez-It Bowl.
Matt McAfee.
Number 20.
No. Well, that was last year.
Oh, this was just last year. Okay.
Number 21, Oklahoma State, and number 18, Miami. I think this will be a nice little game here. Now, Miami, I mean, the last time I saw them, North Carolina was just throttling them all over the field.
On their cornflakes.
Give me Oklahoma State. The mullet will get the win. Give me Oklahoma State. Brandon, who you got, man?
Well, one of my best friend's boyfriends is an Oklahoma State grad, and one of my best friends goes to OSU. So I'm picking Miami.
Well, I'm not sure what that logic is, but I like it. I do. Go ahead.
That was awesome.
They must have some bad blood recently.
Give me something.
No bad blood. I'm just picking Miami.
Not bad blood at all. I'm just not picking them. All right. Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, this is an intriguing game to me. Both teams who had high expectations of maybe even winning their conference. Kind of started season kind of derailed late in the season a little bit, but two solid teams. Miami did have a bad loss, I think, against North Carolina. But I'll just go back to the Big 12 is not a great conference this year, but I still think they're, with the exception of North Carolina in the ACC, neither is the ACC, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma State in this one. I don't see there being a lot of defense. I can see there being a lot of points scored, but give me Oklahoma State, and Chuba Hubbard's going to run wild.
He ain't playing.
Opted out.
Oh, he's not.
Chuba
opted out.
Wow. That might make a difference.
But
But I'm still sticking with him.
Anyway.
He opted out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Aaron, who you got, man?
So right before Christian said that, I was about to say Chuba Hubbard was not going to play. Therefore, I'm picking Miami just because I don't know much about their backup. I'm sure he's good, but he's no Chuba Hubbard or whatever his name is. So I got Miami here because the Big 12's trash. Because come on, OU's won it all these times. Don't get me wrong, OU's good, but they're just good. Like they go play a Clemson and Alabama, they're done.
Clapped, yeah.
Even a Georgia, they're done. So
Georgia might be pushing it this year, but go ahead.
I was talking about the past. My bad.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I was talking about the Rose Bowl game, but that was a good first battle. But never mind. I got Miami.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, so about the Chuba thing, with him not playing, that is big. But I also hear that this backup is
He's better.
as good or better, yeah.
Wow.
Than Chuba. This is coming from an Oklahoma State fan, so who knows? Could be, looking at it with,
That's hard to say.
Rose-colored glasses.
How can you say that?
No, most definitely. But yeah, might be looking to add it with rose-colored glasses. But so we're talking about the Big Ten is definitely not known for their defense. Derek King needs him a breakout game, so why not be one in a bowl game? Miami's faltered a little bit, but I'm going with the U.
All right, John, who you got, man?
I got Miami too, but the real question is for that Oklahoma State game, will the offensive line actually block for the running game lately? Because they haven't run the ball jack squat lately at all.
Nope.
You can't be one-dimensional.
That's right.
All right. Up next, we've got number 20, Texas, taking on Colorado in the Alamo Bowl. Give me Colorado to get the win in this game. Former Big 12 matchup, by the way, in these two teams before Colorado left the conference. But give me Colorado to get the win. John, who you got, man?
I'll go with Texas just because Colorado looked pretty bad against Utah last week in the snowstorm. But I'll go with Texas because I like their quarterback play a little bit better.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, so we're gonna go with the real UT, and I think Ellinger is gonna have to do something to improve his draft stock, and just to really help solidify that. Because I mean, he made a real bold declaration saying we're back, and they went back to the bottom again. I mean, not really the bottom, they're just back to mediocrity. But he's going to need to have one last real push and something to solidify his legacy there. So I'm going to go with the Longhorns.
All right, Brandon, who you got, man?
I spent 3.5 months in the beautiful state of Colorado this summer. I have the Colorado state flag on my ceiling in my bedroom. That was the Irish flag that you saw. I can't really pan over my TV or my computer to show you. I'm going with the Buffs. First of all, because Texas has nothing to offer the world except for crappy barbecue and Whataburger. And second of all, Colorado is the most beautiful state in the country.
Yeah.
All right,
there you go.
Texas is just good for brisket.
He makes me not want to even pick Texas now.
All right, I don't want to pick Christian.
Yeah. Former Big 12 kind of rivals when Colorado was in the Big 12, and it's kind of hard for me to get used to that they're in the Big 10 now. But yeah, I think what Ryan said, Ellinger is going to have to improve his stock, and I think he'll have a good game. I don't think Colorado's defense is going to be able to contain what Texas is going to throw at them. Like I said, it's a bowl game when there's not a lot of pressure, and that's when Texas usually plays their best.
Yeah.
Side note, I'm also a huge Broncos fan, and they suck. So one team in the state of Colorado has to win besides the Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
True.
It could be the Avalanche.
No, definitely not. Go Blues. Aaron, who you got?
All right. So Christian and I are Hog fans. You are too. So in the past, I would say our generation, we're more like focused on LSU and the Golden Boot and stuff, but the generation before us and the generation even before that were huge against Texas, and that whole
Big
Southwest Conference. So it kills me to go for Texas, but I am also going to be a man of my word and say I still have zero respect for the Pac-12. I said that earlier. Like, I think the Americans are more ideal than the Pac-12. So I got Texas here because keep in mind, we're talking about Sam Ellinger, but what about Tom Herman? Any bowl game in Texas, I feel like bowl games in Texas, Florida, and maybe even California are highly important just because those are huge recruiting grounds. And if you win in the state of Texas, and even if it's the Toilet Bowl or whatever this thing is,
it's the Alamo, but it's close to toilet. I mean,
Alamo Bowl. You could still gain some recruits, maybe still some recruits from Texas A&M or Texas Tech or whoever's messing with you, or Oklahoma, or even Arkansas. Arkansas is dipping in there trying to steal some Longhorn recruits. So I feel like this is important for Tom Herman. I feel like Texas has already given up on him, but mainly Ellinger, but also Tom Herman. But I got Texas. I have to get Texas. That is I never will pick Texas. I can't stand Texas, but this time, y'all only known me an hour, and I will pick Texas this one time.
Okay, all right. John, who you got, man?
Matthew McConaughey, Texas.
Okay. All right. Ryan, who you got?
I already picked Texas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Christian, you picked. Brandon, you picked. All right. Up next, we've got the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
What?
What a name.
The Duke's Mayo? Is that
all right? It's Wisconsin, Wake Forest. All that pick Wisconsin say aye. All that do not say anything. Aye.
Wisconsin?
I'm picking Wake Forest.
Why?
Because their receiver quarterback guy plays for the Broncos practice squad.
No. Wake Forest
secondary reason.
Oh my gosh, man.
Wake Forest has a pretty good quarterback.
They do.
Better than Jamie Newman?
Was. Might be pushing it a little bit there with the Jamie Newman. All right.
Colt McCoy just died.
Who died?
Colt McCoy.
Is he better than Graham
Garrett just killed him.
No.
He's starting?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is hurt.
Hey guys, here's the real question: is he better than Graham Mertz?
No, he's not. Probably.
Okay, well then Wisconsin. Period.
Yeah. I think it'll be Wisconsin. They could. I mean,
round and pound.
Wake Forest may end up winning, but I think it'll be Wisconsin.
I got
Speaking
Wisconsin.
of ground and pound, up next we've got number 15 Iowa taking on Missouri in the Music City Bowl up in Nash, Vegas. It's a nice place. I enjoy Nashville very, very much.
Guys, I just won my fantasy championship, so I got to celebrate.
Really?
Go ahead.
I got to celebrate for a second. So
Wait,
I'll be
hold
right
on.
back.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. I was curious as to how you celebrate, but I'm glad you're not going to do it on camera.
I thought that was
Shirt's probably coming off.
Yeah.
All right, so Iowa and Missouri. Give me Iowa. I think Iowa's going to win this game pretty handedly.
Yeah.
They will kind of lull you to sleep with their offense. Kirk Ferentz has been running it since the Ice Age. But give me Iowa to get this win. I like Kirk Ferentz and I like Iowa. Brian, who you got, man?
Yeah, so let me start off by saying Missouri fans, we went for the Missouri-Memphis game a couple years ago. Missouri fans are probably some of, if not the nicest fans, the nice hosting fans I've ever been around. They were so inviting, so nice, so kind. But being nice as a fan does not win you a football game. It is going to be fight for Iowa in the Music City Bowl.
Most definitely. Yes, and I completely agree. Missouri fans are some of the nicest ever. The other group would be the Louisiana Monroe fans.
Okay.
Man, those guys were awesome down in Monroe last season. Thoroughly enjoyed meeting all of them. Brandon, who you got, man? Iowa or Missouri?
Let's go with Mizzou. They have the nicest fans in the country.
Okay, all right. It's like he was in the room and he wasn't. Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, I think the key to beat Missouri is to run the football and, control the clock and keep it out of the Blazelac and that offense's hands. They can really put up some points. But I don't think they'll be able to do so against Iowa. I think Missouri's a good team. Had a bad loss against Mississippi State last week. But I like Iowa on this one. I'll be rooting for the SEC though, but I just don't, this is a game where I'm not too confident that Missouri will win.
All right, Aaron, who you got, man?
Well, since Missouri beat that incredible Arkansas Razorbacks team, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No. Actually, I'll pick Missouri here, just because of that, though. Arkansas was in full shape of winning that game, and they scored 21 unanswered points. That may have been just an Arkansas thing, or that may have been a Missouri thing. But if that was, I'm going to take a chance on that being a Missouri thing and then take care of Iowa.
Oh, I can definitely say this. When Hunter Bazelak has got it going, he can throw the football all around the yard. That Missouri offense does have weapons. John, who you got, man?
No, I'm going to go with Iowa just because Missouri's defense has been horrible the last few ball games. They really been struggling. Like y'all, Brandon and Ryan said, Missouri fans were nice when they played here against Oklahoma State in the Liberty Bowl. We were around them, pretty fun, especially when they get the first down, the MIZ chant. But yeah, I got Iowa. But I got Iowa, although I am thinking maybe Iowa's quarterback needs to open it up a little bit more and throw the ball downfield.
Two different style of teams, their offenses. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch, just the contrasting styles. Speaking of fun to watch, do what, Ron?
Iowa's tight end you over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No offense, sucks.
Speaking of fun to watch, number 6, Oklahoma, number 7, Florida, down at Jerry World, the Cotton Bowl. This is going to be a good football game, fellas. I think this is going to be pretty high scoring. But give me Florida. I have to say, after watching them and their performance last night against Alabama, they showed a lot of resilience. They showed a lot of fight. Give me Florida to get the win against Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl. Brandon, what you say, man?
Give me Florida by 20. I just don't. I think Oklahoma's defense is very suspect. I think Spencer Rattler is probably the most overrated football player in the country. He's just not good to me. He had a couple good games this year. Kyle Trask has been very good every game this year. Even that loss to LSU, he was very good. I mean, he's a Heisman candidate. Dan Mullen knows how to get to quarterbacks, and he knows how to get them to play. And he's got a pretty good track record in bowl games. As far as when he was at Mississippi State, other than the Orange Bowl, and they got killed by Georgia Tech. But yeah, I'm going with Florida by 20.
All right, Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun game. Oklahoma's playing good football, but like Brandon said, I'm not overly impressed with them. I'm impressed with the fact that they've kind of turned their season around, but this is a team that also a team that had they had not lost a game here or there, they might be in the playoff that easily. So, but after what Florida did yesterday against Alabama, impressed me there offensively. We know they were good, but to do that against Alabama, can't imagine what they're going to do against Oklahoma. Oklahoma will score, but they won't score enough to win. Give me Florida.
All right, Aaron, who you got, man?
All right, so this is another bowl game in Texas. So this one's tough, but so one of y'all said that Florida, Dan Mullen will have now Florida does have a good track record with bowl games, but I believe that both of these coaches, both of these staffs will have this are their teams ready. Here's my thing. Oklahoma's defense is just incredible. They suffered just one too many losses or two too many losses. But I feel like this Oklahoma team with their defense, they would have beaten at least maybe most of their college football playoff teams that they had to go against each other. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, this is tough because it's hard to go against Kyle Trask. My whole family from Oklahoma. I'm from Arkansas. I'm born a mile away from Razorback Stadium, but my family's mad. Like, they don't like how I'm a Hog fan, but I'm a huge SEC guy, so I gotta go Florida. This one's tough, but I know it's going to be a great game. Yep. Regardless who wins, I'll be happy. But for my pick, I'm picking Florida.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
Man, let me tell you, Florida is reeling right now. Florida is coming off back-to-back losses. One they shouldn't have lost, and one that it was amazing that they were in the game the way they were. Mm-hmm. But kind of like how Bum was saying, Spencer Rattler, I wouldn't go as far as say he's the most overrated player in college football right now, but Kyle Trask is one. He's still playing for the numbers for January 3rd when the award show is. He's still playing for numbers for that, and also his draft stock too. But he will not have Kyle Pitts, which is huge. Mm-hmm. But with I really like Tony. Tony, that dude
Grimes.
I like Cleveland.
You know what?
Cleveland. He's good too.
Well,
Grimes.
But for some reason, Tony just seeing a really good number one wearing that Florida blue and orange just takes me back to Percy Harvin. I'm not saying it's Percy Harvin by any stretch, but it's just really cool for me to see that number one darting across the board or across the field. But yeah, I will go Florida big because Big 12, no defense. So give me Florida big.
All right, John, who you got, man?
I got Florida as well, just because, like y'all said, the defense for Oklahoma's been shaky at times, and I think Florida, Kyle Trask, to me, is definitely in the top three in the Heisman.
All right. God, there's a lot of bowl games, guys. Jesus.
This is fun.
Bro,
it's 10:20, John. Some of us have to be at work early in the morning.
It's 11:20 where Aaron's at.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. So number 24, Tulsa, Mississippi State. Give me Tulsa.
Yeah.
What's up?
Tulsa, Mississippi State.
Tulsa.
Brandon.
This is tough.
I can't ring it, but Let's go moo you.
All right.
You've got the cowbell.
Oh my
Christian-
goodness.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Tulsa proved they were legit against Cincinnati the other day. Mississippi State with a surprising win over Missouri. With that being said, I'm gonna go with the SEC here. I just think Tulsa is going to be probably the second best, or Mississippi State's the second best team that they've played this year, maybe, with the exception of Cincinnati, even though Mississippi State has been pretty bad. They're not going to see that. They haven't seen that type of size and speed that they have this year. I think that'll wear down Tulsa, but they will keep it close. It'll be a close game.
All right,
Mississippi
John,
State
who you
wins.
got, man? Oh,
No,
sorry.
I'm gonna go with Tulsa just because I think like they showed a lot of they showed a lot yesterday. And I think Tulsa's offense, the only thing that concerns me is their quarterback throwing. Although it was raining and everything, I was just concerned about their quarterback play coming in this game. But I think Tulsa definitely showed a lot of proof yesterday against Cincinnati's defense.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
All right, so see, Tulsa has been fairly consistent with the way they played this year. Mississippi State has been like when they beat LSU at the beginning of the season, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, they're for real." But then we saw that, LSU is not, LSU of last year. But then also they've just been so fluctuating. Like they've been where they'll score 60 points or they'll get shut out. So I just don't know if I can trust that. If I'm gonna take State just on that boomer bust, but if I was, really looking at it, I would say Tulsa close or State by a lot. But I'm gonna go with State, but it's probably not gonna be by a lot.
All right, Aaron, who you got, man?
All right, so I feel like Mississippi State's spread out offense has not worked for them yet. And I say yet, I feel like it is.
The air raid, yeah.
But the air raid, yeah.
Hell money. My brother played for Hell.
Tulsa has had this defend because I get that Mississippi State is in the SEC and they're bigger, but I don't see them any bigger than Cincinnati. And I feel like Tulsa handled Cincinnati pretty well, even though they lost that game.
On all sides.
I have to pick Tulsa because I can't even think of his name, but there's this good old country boy that's on their defensive side that's just been dominating all season. And
number 23.
yes.
I can't think of what his name
For
is.
Tulsa, yeah, you know who I'm talking about though. And
I can find it.
The linebacker.
Yeah. And I feel like this linebacker, so this is the reason why I'm picking this linebacker is why Tulsa will win. That's why I'm picking Tulsa. I just feel like we can play the whole, it's the group of five versus,
Bless you.
the big five or whatever. and he, I feel like Tulsa just will come ready.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we've got.
Who do you got?
What?
Who do you got? I forgot.
What do you mean? I picked Tulsa.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Ryan and I the only two who picked Mississippi State.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did.
No, Christian
Yeah.
did too.
Christian did. Yeah.
Okay.
Up next, we've got a battle of two conference champions in Ball State, and what I think is a really big surprise, number 22 San Jose State, undefeated football team, 7-0. This is going to be a good game on CBS. But with that being said, give me Ball State to get the win. I picked them to beat Buffalo in the conference championship, and they did. So I'm going to ride the Cardinal wave and take the Ball State Cardinals to knock off San Jose State. Aaron, who you got, man?
Okay. I feel like it was a huge disservice for Nick Starkel to go to Arkansas just because of the lack of coaching. There was no coaching when Nick Starkel was at Arkansas. I feel like if Nick Starkel was at Arkansas now, he's going to be the quarterback you see right now. I have San Jose State just because with Nick Starkel, with even a semi-good coach, because we're going to all admit Chad Morris was a crap coach. Because just think, even SMU, he had all these guys, and he went 7-5. And then all of a sudden he leaves with those same guys and they go undefeated. Those same guys.
Yeah.
And they go undefeated. It was coaching. They could have easily gone undefeated. And of course, we don't know that at that time. We're like, oh, SMU improved so much. But my point is, Nick Starkel is a great quarterback.
He is.
Good support, good coaches.
You don't go to A&M if you're not good.
Yeah. And San Jose State has great coaching. I believe this head coach at San Jose State will be in a Power 5 conference or team next season, or if not the season after. I got San Jose State.
All right. Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, Ball State coming off a good win against Buffalo. I picked them to win that game. Can't really tell you why, but they ended up making me look good.
Wes said, okay.
What?
That's because Wes picked up. I was just messing with you. Go ahead.
I don't remember that, but okay. But yeah, San Jose State. I like what they're doing over there with Nick Starkel. I think they're going to win. They proved to me that they were a good team by beating Boise State. I didn't think that I actually picked Boise State to beat them, but yeah, give me the Spartans to win.
Side fact, that was also the first time in school history that San Jose State had ever beat Boise State.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brandon, who you got, man?
San Jose State. I'm going with them strictly off of the man who helped rebuild the Memphis football program, who helped rebuild the San Jose football program, Mr. Tom Bowen.
All right. Ryan Ladley, who you got, man?
Man, I honestly have not watched a single snap of San Jose State football this season. I'll be honest. But I know Ball State is coming off a good win against a pretty good Buffalo team. But that last little argument that Bum just has, last little tidbit with Tom Bowen, actually caring about the Memphis football team is enough to make me want to care about that. But I'm going to go with Ball State.
All right. John, who you got, man?
Like Christian and Aaron said, I do like San Jose State, and because, like they said, the passing game. And, there's rumors going around that their coach is interviewing for the Arizona job as well behind the closed doors. So, although San Jose State's got a little bit more power on offense, and they passed all over the field last week against Boise. So, I get San Jose State.
All right. Up next, we've got West Virginia that's going to win their bowl game. Everybody taking West Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
Give me the fighting Pat McAfee.
Yeah, here.
All right. After that.
I don't know, man. I think Tennessee can pull this one out.
Why? Because they got more fans coming to the game?
Excuse me?
A grand total of 0 because there's nobody.
Did you say Tennessee can beat West Virginia?
They can.
Yeah.
But they won't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure you weren't picking them. Are you picking them?
Nah.
Why not?
You sound a little bit. You sound a little bit. You sound a little bit unsure.
He's shaking.
No pressure. There's just 5 other people watching.
If they can figure out a quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the quarterbacks, they got some issues. I mean we've.
Who was the third string guy that played yesterday? Because he's got a gun.
Stroud.
Yeah, that dude.
Stroud. Yeah.
A freaking.
If they fire Jeremy Pruitt before the game, maybe.
Bro, they're going to have to pay him $1 billion to leave.
Man, yeah, they gotta back up like 7 Brinks trucks for him.
All right.
They don't deserve to play in our bowl.
That's so true.
Up next, we've got what is this? The Mercari Texas Bowl between Arkansas and TCU. Nice little Southwestern Conference, little old school rivalry there. 7 p.m. TCU is 6-4. Arkansas is 3-7. I think this is going to be a little better matchup than a lot of people think. Going based off records, obviously you would think TCU will just steamroll Arkansas. But I think Arkansas has opened some eyes this year around the country. But with that being said, I think TCU will probably end up getting the win.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that because Breeze?
There we go.
That's a sick hat.
Hey,
I've never seen a hat like that. I've never seen an Arkansas hat like that. That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's throwback.
Wes, where's Bree? Where's Bree at?
Huh?
Where's Bree at?
Don't ask all them questions, man. Just pick the game, John. Who you got?
I'm not gonna get the people's eyebrow though, am I?
No.
Okay. TCU by 3.
Okay. All right. I already know who Christian and Aaron are picking, so I won't even have to go to them. Brandon, who you got, man? TCU. All right, Ryan, who you got?
You know, honestly, like Felipe Franks is interesting to me. He's also one of those boomer bust type people. But I think, Arkansas's record, they played all SEC games.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that they really should have won.
They could beat 5-5 right
now. Coulda.
Yeah, I know.
And TCU honestly is down, but I didn't seem too. I've seen a couple TCU games here and there, but wasn't super impressed with them like I have been in years past. So I'm gonna go with the Razorbacks. Give me Arkansas. Go Pig.
All right. Up next, we've got the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl between number 8 Cincinnati, number 9 Georgia. This is going to be a good football game. I think it's going to be a very physical game. I think when you look at Cincinnati, they just are tenacious in their run game. I think that that quarterback they got's pretty daggum good. I can't take anything from them. I think they were the best conference, the best team in the conference, and they won the conference championship. So I think that proves that. I think they'll beat Georgia. By 10 points. Yes, Georgia is a good SEC football team, and yes, John is probably internally crying right now because I said Cincinnati was going to beat Georgia. But I think that's what's going to happen. Brandon, what you got, man?
I'm going Georgia because Desmond Ridder can't throw, and they're not going to be able to run against Georgia if Georgia loads the box.
True. Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, I think Georgia's just going to be too much, and they're going to be too physical for Cincinnati. Just going to run it down their throat because Georgia can run the football.
Yeah.
And, I think Cincinnati will be able to hang with them for about a half, but I just, Cincinnati's had a good year, but I don't think Georgia's a good football team. We forget that just because they've lost 2 games to an Alabama team and a pretty good Florida team. So, and that was without JT Daniels. So I don't know. I just know Georgia's better than what people think. And I think they'll get the win against Cincinnati they'll win by at least 10.
Right.
I don't think Pickle will be coaching that football game.
You think
you think he's gonna be on a different school?
I think he will be the head coach at the University of Michigan.
Who?
Fickle? Yeah.
Yep.
See it. I can see it. Aaron, who you got, man?
Okay. I got Cincinnati. Just because I think it's one of those things. I think it's the same reason why Texas beat Georgia at the Sugar Bowl and Oklahoma beat Alabama at the Sugar Bowl years ago with what's his name? Trevor Knight.
Yep.
Because these teams don't want to be there. But the other teams, I think whoever's going to win this game is whatever team wants to be there. And Cincinnati wants to be there, and I feel like they're going to win.
Good point. This will be Cincinnati's championship.
I think it's going to be the same thing when UCF beat Auburn with Scott Frost's team or Scott Frost's team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Cincinnati this game.
All right, John, go ahead.
Y'all did pretty. I just found out some more information regarding that game. Georgia's losing a lot of players to transfer and optioning out lately. So, I mean, the only thing that concerns me is that, to be honest with you. But I think Georgia's running game, like Brandon said, they've always had, Chubb in the backfield and decent running games in the backfield. And I think Daniels and Kirby Smart will definitely get them going.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
All right, so listen, I'm not trying to be a hater, okay? But Cincinnati, they have that UCF style of play where, yeah, they can be pretty fast, but, they just aren't SEC physical. So even if Georgia's losing a lot of players, I still think some backups in the SEC can be starters or All-Americans in other places. So I think Georgia is too big, too fast, too much for Cincinnati. So give me Georgia.
All right. Up next, we've got the Citrus Bowl between Auburn and Northwestern. Whereas we know Auburn does not have a current head coach at the moment. Northwestern lost a very hard-fought game against Ohio State. Give me Northwestern in this one. Brandon, who you got, man?
Give me that Tiger head.
Oh, God.
Aaron, who you got, man?
I got Northwestern. I love Fitzpatrick. I love that.
Or Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, yeah.
My bad. He's a good coach. Wasn't he hired in 2013? He's been there all these years.
He's been there for a while.
I feel like there's been this mutual understanding that Northwestern's going to have good years and bad years, and I feel like he has intense job security because here and there, like last year, Northwestern sucked, right? And then, but a few years ago, Northwestern beat Ohio State at home. So it's or was that Purdue? But also, I remember Northwestern beat Ohio State too at one time. But through this coach's time there, I got Northwestern. I just feel like they're very smart guys. They're going to be ready. They're angry because they did fight hard against Ohio State. They could only pull out 10 points. I feel like they could have pulled out more, but Ohio State's defensive scheme just adapted to their offense, and it was too much for them. So, but I feel like Auburn not having a coach because please don't tell me is Chad.
Well, Chad, yeah, I was about to say, is Chad Morris going to be the head coach for this game?
No, it's
Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele.
But still, is he still going to be on that sideline?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Northwestern. Northwestern's got this. That's all I need right there. If Chad Morris is on that sideline.
Y'all might hate Chad Morris, but the guy's a national champion.
Yeah.
In the high school.
Yeah. No, he was the Clemson offensive coordinator.
Yes, but a lot's happened. Between.
Well, yeah.
He's a high school champion.
Most definitely.
He's lost that respect, in my opinion.
All right, Ryan, who you got, man?
Well, Northwestern did that tight with Ohio State, but I don't think Ohio State's as good as people give them credit for. I don't think they're near the caliber that I don't think they're a playoff team. I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. I think they're a good team, but I don't think they deserve to be in the playoffs. But with that being said, without a coach, Auburn's still an SEC school. They're going to be trying to prove something. They could just roll over and die. Who knows? But I think Auburn is going to come out to play this game. I think Auburn can come out with a time to, be like, okay, you can't laugh at us no more type deal. So give me Auburn.
All right. John, who you got, man?
I'm going to go with Auburn as well just because Ohio State ran all over Northwestern yesterday. And I think Bo Nix is going to have a decent game for him in Auburn.
Christian, who you got, man?
Yeah, if Trey Sermon did what he did, I think Tank Bigsby's going to run all over Northwestern. But I don't think this will be a blowout. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I could even see it coming down to maybe a field goal. But I think Auburn just a little better they'll get the win.
All right. Up next, we've got the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. NC State and Kentucky. NC State is 8-3. Kentucky is 4-6. Give me the Wolf Pack in this one. Ryan, who you got, man?
Man, I don't know. Is Pop Smoke healthy? Is he playing?
I'm not sure if he is healthy or not. You talking about Cavassier?
Whatever is it? Pop Smoke, whatever his name is. The running back for Kentucky.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, give me Kentucky.
Okay. All right. Brandon, who you got, man?
Is John Calipari coaching Kentucky in this game?
No.
Negative.
You don't need to.
Do what now?
They're doing worse than the football team.
Because
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, they're god awful. All right, Christian, who you got, man?
Who's bringing
I think Kentucky's going to win. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Aaron, who you got, man?
I got Kentucky.
Okay.
Kentucky's got this.
John, who you got, man?
You know, I agree with you 100% on that. I like North Carolina State because they still got their whole coaching staff together, and Kentucky doesn't.
All right. Up next, we've got Indiana coming at number 11, going against Ole Miss.
Hey, hang on one second. Who does Brandon got in that Kentucky game?
He took NC State, I think.
Okay.
Give me Indiana in this one. Brandon, who you got, man?
Indiana, big.
All right, Aaron, who you got?
Okay, I got Indiana, but I got it like I feel like it's going to be a game like yesterday, or was that yesterday? LSU versus Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like that, where Ole Miss might tease us a little bit, get a touchdown lead, bomb the ball, and then their
Do the fire extinguisher on the sidelines.
Yep. and their quarterback is going to fumble, and Indiana's going to get ramped up and win that game.
All right. Ron, who you got, man?
Matt Corral might have a better arm, but John Reese Plumlee is a better suit for their offense. Give me Indiana.
All right. John, who you got?
You know, I got Indiana just because I'm not trusting Matt Corral that much anymore.
All right. Christian, who you got?
That's what I was about to say. I mean, I'm not on this Indiana train really right now. I think if Ole Miss can not turn the ball over, Corral has been awful at turning the ball over. I think they can compete with Indiana. I think they have the athletes. I think, defense is suspect, but so is Indiana's. I could see this being kind of a high-scoring game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But if Corral, whoever starts, if it's Corral and if he turns the ball over, they're going to lose. But
most definitely.
I think Ole Miss is going to win. I do.
Okay. All right.
I'm definitely taking the over in that one. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Up next, what I think is going to be a great game between two teams that are really good. Texas A&M and North Carolina in the Orange Bowl. This is going to be a very exciting game, I think. Give me Texas A&M because they're going to come in pissed the F off after this playoff debacle. Give me Texas A&M, and I think they may win this game fairly handedly. Brandon, what do you think, man?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm eating peanuts.
You're fine.
Yeah, I think A&M is going to be pissed. I was kind of pissed for them.
Same.
I think they deserved it over Notre Dame, but
absolutely.
I do think A&M is going to come out swinging, and I feel bad for Mac Brown and the Tar Heels because A&M is about to put it on them.
Yeah. Ryan, who you got, man?
Yeah, it's a catch-22 with Texas A&M right now. Like, are they going to come out pissed off, or are they just going to roll over because, I didn't get in the playoff like I should have? You don't know what. And I agree with Jimbo. Like, if you can't get in doing what they did in that league, then something's wrong. I agree, something's wrong. But I am definitely taking Texas A&M. But Mac Brown's got them boys and North Carolina looking good though, but I am going to take A&M. It's basically the de facto like best teams in the conference that didn't play in the conference championship game, SEC versus ACC. So it's gonna be. I'm really looking forward to watching this game.
Not only am I really impressed with what Matt Brown has done, just coaching wise, but if you look at him recruiting wise, he is doing an amazing job of getting kids to come to Chapel Hill. It's very impressive.
He's got them pipelines down there in Texas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Christian, who you got in this one, man?
Yeah, North Carolina's a good team. I just think Texas A&M is better, and they've proven it. Like you said, they could come out flat, or they could come out really pissed off. And I don't see them coming out flat. I think they're going to come out for looking to prove something, even though it's not going to matter. But oh,
it still matters. You win the Orange Bowl, that's a big win.
Oh, it'll matter.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for sure. I didn't mean to say it like that, but
yeah, no, I got you.
A&M, yeah, they're going to come out and they're going to handle North Carolina by at least 2 touchdowns.
All right, Aaron, who you got, man?
All right, man. So I'm just going to go this whole thing infuriates me. So I do not like Notre Dame at all. Like, they're right next to Texas with me, or LSU. I don't like them. And it's mainly because of just their name. They get whatever they want just because of their name. Same with Ohio State.
Yes, come on.
And Notre Dame has continually proved that they
Ryan's at church. This man said yes. Come on.
Come on.
Hallelujah.
2013.
Man, let me tell you something, Aaron. I had a full-fledged viral rant on this Friday night. Trust me. I
think he was watching.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. But I thought for sure the name SEC would overrule Notre Dame, but of course it didn't.
No.
And I'm just like, what the heck is going on?
I think that proved. Yeah, I mean that's a shocker right there. You
literally got destroyed by Clemson. Destroyed.
It's gonna take a lot of butt kickings in big games to eventually change that. So I'm upset.
The last 10 bowl BCS type BCS and playoff games they've been in, they've been outscored by 114 points or something like that. It's something ridiculous. 144 points.
I think the only way to change people's perception of Notre Dame is for them to keep losing in big games, even though they have already. Yeah. I think there's still this thought that Notre Dame's a big time school, which they're not. I mean, their history. They have been good in the past, but it's kind of like, what have you done lately?
I mean, they've pretty well disappeared from the playoffs faster than Manti Te'o's girlfriend every time they've been in.
Yoicks! Hey, a great philosopher once said, "The past is in the past." Thank you to Elsa. Thank you, Elsa. Let it go, man. Just let it go.
Yeah,
let it go.
You're right.
Yeah. But I feel like what I said earlier. The whole point of being angry, the same reason why Georgia lost to Texas, the same reason why Auburn lost to UCF. I got North Carolina in this game because they're done.
Sure.
This season's done for them. They're pissed. Now, it could either go 2 ways. They're pissed. They're going to kick some butt in this game, or they're pissed. They're going to throw in the towel, and North Carolina is going to be the team that wants to be there. And they're going to dominate this game. I got North Carolina in this game.
All right.
I like it.
John, who you got, man?
I'm going to go with Texas A&M's running game. I think the running backs are doing pretty well for Texas A&M lately. And I'm going to go with Darryl Dickey and the Texas A&M Aggies.
All right. 3 games left, guys. We're almost there. It's almost midnight to Aaron. We got O-word.
He's off tomorrow, though, I think.
Oh, well, that's good.
We're good. We're good, man. We're good.
All right. Up next, we've got the Fiesta Bowl between number 10, Iowa State, and number 25, Oregon. This may be an interesting game, but give me you know what? Give me the Oregon Ducks to get this win against Iowa State. I'm just not quite sold on Iowa State yet. Give me Oregon to win. John, who you got, man?
Y'all talking about fans earlier in Missouri. I do like Iowa State's fans when they came here for the Liberty Bowl and played Memphis because they drove 10 hours in the frigid cold weather. But
they drank Beale Street out of beer.
Yep,
yeah,
sure did.
Who did?
Iowa
Iowa
fans.
State's fans.
God.
They drank Beale Street out of beer.
I had a hand in
Do
that.
LSU fans even do that?
They did that at
He's never
Vanderbilt.
been to Memphis.
LSU did that at Vanderbilt.
but I mean, Iowa State players have always talked a lot of smack on both sides of the ball. But Wes, like you said, I think Mario Cristobal is doing a great job now since he's not leaving for Auburn. I like Oregon.
John, did you pick?
Yeah, I got Oregon.
All right. Christian?
Iowa State.
All right. Ryan?
You know, I'm not talking Oprah when I say give me the big O. Give me the duck.
All right. Aaron?
All right, I'm going to talk a little trash here, but I don't like Pee Wee football, so I'm not going for Oregon. I like Iowa State. I don't like the Pac-12 right now.
All right. All right. Brandon, who you got, man?
In honor of Tyler Harris, I'm going with Iowa State.
All right. Down, guys. We're down. We're down
The big ones.
to the four that pissed all of us off today.
Not all four of them, just the latter.
Just two. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Alabama, Notre Dame. We've seen this story before.
Next.
Next.
Yeah. Next question, Wes.
Alabama's going to throttle them.
I want to make my pick.
Throttle Notre Dame.
Hey, guys, we got another boring playoff. It's going to be two blowouts.
It's literally Clemson and Alabama getting
It's going
a
to be
bye
Clemson and
week.
Alabama all over again.
Yeah.
They get a bye week into the weekly to the yearly Tide Tiger National Championship Bowl. Like,
Okay,
all
let's talk about Clemson, Alabama then.
Oh, yeah. That was what I was getting ready to say. So Clemson, Alabama.
So we all got Alabama?
Well, heck yeah. Ain't nobody going to take Notre Dame in that game.
I mean, there's a part of me that thinks Ohio State can maybe hang with Clemson for a while, but
Trevor Lawrence's Clemson is different than that. Oh, it's different.
yeah, Clemson's going to beat them.
That Trevor Lawrence Clemson is a whole different story.
I'm not convinced that they won't beat Alabama.
You'll see that Irish flag?
That dude.
Hang on, Brendan. Hang on.
I'm just kidding.
Trevor Lawrence
All right. So
can run that dude has brakes. He can run my gosh, that dude I'm telling you, he doesn't have COVID. Those three defenders are in the game earlier in the season. Clemson has that win. We're not even talking about Notre Dame right now. But
so can Clemson beat Alabama is the question. Brandon, go first.
You want me to go to first?
Yep.
Give me that tiger head.
All right. He's going to say yes. So Brandon is taking Clemson to be his national champion at the end of the year. Ryan, what about you?
Well, it's 2020, so that's an even.
Is he muted?
He's muted.
No, he's
He's
not.
muted.
It's kind of funny when they're talking to you.
Stud. Obviously, dude's a stud. But Alabama.
We didn't hear a word you said because you were muted.
Yeah.
And he's still muted.
Yep. Still muted.
is he not here?
All right. So he is letting it go too. All right. So John, can Clemson beat Alabama?
I think so. And then Trevor Lawrence and then Dabo Swinney is going to Jacksonville because the Jets won their game today.
Corey was
hell's
calling me.
Dabo
Well, that's why I got muted.
He is literally throwing out just spoilers from hell. John said Dabo Swinney's going to go to Jacksonville. All right.
No.
Why in the world would you do that? That's a demotion and a pay cut.
Exactly.
Not if you get Trevor Lawrence.
That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. So Ryan, short answer, yes or no, can Clemson beat Alabama?
I think they can, but I don't think they will because it's an even year. Alabama, they like them even year national championships. Alabama's just too solid on both sides of the ball. So they can, but I don't think they will.
All right. Christian, what about
Saw
you?
saw some holes in Alabama's defense the other night. I think Clemson can exploit some of that. I'm sure Saban will have them ready, but so will Dabo. I mean, we say we're tired of seeing this matchup, but man, it's kind of fun when these two go at it. Dabo's gotten him twice.
Warriors.
What?
It was like the Cavs and the Warriors in the NBA Finals. That was always fun.
It got old, but eventually, but it's also it's fun to watch two really good heavyweights go at it. Dabo's gotten him twice. Saban's going to want to get some revenge.
Oh, most definitely. But
What
about you? Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Bama in a close one.
Oh, wow.
Aaron, what about you, man?
Oh man. So we got two Heisman candidates on Alabama's team, right?
4.
Wait,
Yeah,
4?
really like 4. Yeah, exactly.
Bama's
Smith.
receiver
We
core.
got Mac Jones. We got
Devontae Smith. You got
Harris.
Harris and
Surtain.
Surtain. Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
Really 2, but
Okay.
4 possible ones.
Because I am insanely impressed also with this Trevor. I'm excited for this matchup. I'm excited for this matchup. I had to pick Alabama just because of that. Devontae Smith is crazy good, guys. Crazy good. And I mean, that dude catches balls that you don't even think were thrown to him. It's like that guy is good. But then Trevor Lawrence, he's like a third running back there.
He's going to be looking to prove something too.
I'm just going to take off and run and then shoulder check you and show you who's boss. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? So I'm very, very, very excited. I feel like that game's going to go to the bitter end. I feel like it's going to be Mac Jones to Devontae Smith for like a 2-point conversion, something crazy like that. I feel like Alabama's going to win, but it's only going to be like a point.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, John, what about you, man?
Yeah, I got Clemson. I like Trevor Lawrence a little bit better.
Little tidbit of a fact here.
Well, who you got again?
The last time Alabama went wire to wire in the CFP playoffs, they did not win it. They lost to Clemson. The last time they went wire to wire, number 1. I don't think that will happen this year. I think Alabama is just too good of a team. I think if you look at Nick Saban, it's just damn impressive what this guy does year in and year out at Alabama. I think this is a year that Dabo goes down. I don't think Nick Saban is gonna. I mean, not Nick Saban. I don't think Dabo is gonna leave. If you look at what he's done,
it's like an NFL. He's like building kind of a little mini NFL team there.
Yeah, and really, I think what a lot of people don't talk about is not only how good Clemson's been, but the hiring of Brent Venables, I think, really took that Clemson program to the next step. Look at them. I mean, they've always had a pretty good offense, but defensively now they're just an absolute beast of a team.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, this has been the most freaking fun 2 hours and 12 minutes I've had.
Too long.
It didn't feel like 2
Actually,
hours.
Can I say something like really quick, like
Sure.
about Dabo and stuff? Like it'll be really quick. So I'm thinking Dabo. I think the only way Dabo leaves Clemson is when Nick Saban retires for him to get that Bama job.
Yeah, I can see that.
I agree 110%. That's the only way Dabo leaves Clemson.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only way he'll leave.
Yep.
And also to piggyback off that, I could see Nick Saban. I think his career is winding down. I don't think he will be the Alabama coach within the next 3 to 5 years. That's very surprising. I would say 3 to 5 years. I think Saban will hang it up.
Ooh.
I could see that.
I mean,
That's going to be like the most shocking and glorious day for some people.
But I mean, what else does he have to do at Alabama? What else is there for him to accomplish?
Can you imagine the sigh of relief from like SEC fans when that happens?
Can you imagine the sigh of relief for whoever is the Auburn coach at that point in time?
No kidding.
I mean, because let's be honest, the whole reason I think they're going to get Hugh Freeze is because he beat Nick Saban twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I think that's the reason. If you can beat Saban, you'll be happy there.
Heck, even Malzahn beat him, but
yeah,
just not.
But not like
you.
But guys, Dabo goes to Bama. They're not going to miss a beat, in my opinion.
No,
you're right.
Look at
They're not going to miss a beat.
That's going to suck, man.
You might even see Clemson players transferring to Bama and strengthen them even more.
Please don't go to Bama. They've already had enough success.
No, I'm just saying. Now keep in mind, this is 3 to 5 years, heck, 10 years. Whenever Saban leaves,
Dude.
But
I'm getting sick just thinking about that.
I feel like Christian. I feel like we'll be 80 before Alabama sucks again.
May very well be. But Brandon Bumgarner, thank you very much for being on the show tonight, buddy. Ryan Ladley, pleasure as always, my friend. Aaron Smith, thank you very much, man. You're a great addition to the show tonight. John Sturdivant, Kristen Johnston, I am Wes Pruitt. We have had a great time tonight breaking down all the bowl games, all the hot news around college football. We will be back again this weekend for another show. Also be getting into basketball a little bit more this weekend as well. For all 6 of us that are on the screen right now, thank you very much for watching. Also, this was also live on our YouTube channel. Want to tell everybody, reach out to YouTube, hit that like button, hit that notification